Hello guys, Imran here. Welcome to my channel. I hope you are all doing well. Today we are going to talk on application packaging install Rite. So last time we have discussed on application packaging silent switch part 2 where we have discussed on tools, that is process explorer and universal silent switch finder to find the silent switch of the application, and also we can find the silent switch of the application via command prompt, and also or we can find through the vendor website. So let's go ahead with the today's session. In today's session we are going to talk on install Rite. So when we need to use the install Rite tool, we will come to know. So let me start. Before we start, you already know we need to open command prompt, run as administrator, and also you need to clear the event viewer, and you need to enable the task manager with the command line, and you can also clear percentile temp. Okay, I have done with the steps before we start the application installation. So let me start the session now. My machine is ready. So when we need to start with install Rite, so when we know the application have the silent switch, we can easily install with the silent switch, and also we can easily uninstall the application with the silent switch. So in some case scenarios we don't know what is the silent switch of that application. So in that case we need to go with the install Rite and repackager. So first we need to go with the install Rite in order to review what is happening on the machine when we install the application, and post that we need to switch to the repackager to see the to create the application, and we need to replicate the same application behavior when we install the source and when we install the application created application with the help of the repackager. So we know when we need to use install Rite. When we don't have the silent switch of the application, then we need to use the repackager tool to create the application from to convert exe to MSI and to install the application silently. So before that we need to use install Rite to know what is happening on the machine when we install the application packaging. So let's jump into the demo. So today I am going to install one of the application. So let's go with uh, this application. I have copied the application and I am pausing silent / question mark. It's taking time, means we need to wait. So now you can see application throws UI screen. So this means this application won't have silent switch, right? So and also you need to visit vendor website, you need to use process explorer, and also you need to use universal silent switch finder to know the silent switch of the application. So I am skipping all those parts because I want to do some progress in this session. So I am going with the application creation. I already know this application don't have any silent switch. So while you are doing, please go with the all the process, go to the vendor site and also visit command prompt and try with / question mark to know the silent switch. Use process explorer to know the silent switch, or you can use universal silent switch finder, then you can go with the install Rite or picture taker. So let's you can see this application is prompting UI screen, and you don't see any silent switch box, right? So what we need to do next, this application won't have the silent switch. So we need to know what is happening on the machine when we install this application. So in order to know what we need to do, we need to take a clear machine, clean, not a clean machine. In that clean machine we need to disable some of the services, and then we need to install the application so that we can know what is happening on the machine. So let me, I have already done everything. In your case, you will get one test machine, and in that test machine you need to do these four things to enable, let me show you, to enable registry. These four things you need to do before you start. So if you don't know, you can watch my previous videos. And post that, you need to go to the services.msc. So here there are some few services which is running in the background that might create uh, some confusion while we doing install, right? So in order to avoid junk information in the install, right, you can disable few services. In my machine I don't have those services because this is not a domain joined machine and not a SCCM managed machine, so you don't see here, but I can make a note to you. You can, if you got any test machine, in the test machine you can find this services, SMS agent host, and Windows update. You can find these services. You need to disable the services and you need to proceed ahead. So we know what we need to do before we start the install right of the application. So let me start install right. Sorry, I am installing this application. Let me kill this session because it is already installed on my machine. So I am cancelling. Exit setup. So I am using the shortcut install right, run as administrator. Yes. So install right, what it will do, before application get installs, it will capture the current machine state, and post that we need to install the application, and application will do few changes on the machine, that may do few changes, that may add files under C program files or C program file x86, that completely depend upon the application architect. And also it will create few registries on the machine. It completely depends where it will create. So we can't go ahead and see where it created registries because that will be multiple registries. So we can check what we can have. Basically we can check under C program file, C program file x86, but we can't go ahead and check under the registries because there might be many things to check. And also we need to check services.msc, how many services created by the application and how many drivers created by the application. We can't go and ahead and see what are all the things it is created. If you have experienced guy, then you can go ahead and see, but still you might miss lot of things while analyzing the install right, while analyzing the application. So best practice is to use install right to know what changes have done on the machine while installation of the application. Post that, we need to take another snapshot of the machine. So in that snapshot it will take all the changes on the machine. So all the changes on the machine, and we can come to know what all the changes has been done on the machine, and we can see what are all the files it got imported and what are all the files got written on the registries. All those things we will come to know. Services, driver files, control panel entries, all those things we can come to know while we doing install Rite, so that those things it will get captured by the help of the install Rite tool. So let me start. So as I told you, we need to take snapshot of the machine before we install the application, and post that we need to install the application, and then we need to take second snapshot of the machine, because while we doing the second snapshot we will come to know what are all the changes we have done on the what are all the changes have been done by the application. So let me start here. Now I am going to create the first snapshot. So I just clicked on create manual snapshot of your PC. This will capture all the current state of the machine. So it will capture all the current state of the machine. Now it is currently capturing all the file directories, that is C related C drive data, and then it will slowly capture registries data, and then it will slowly capture services data, it will slowly capture drivers data. So it will take a lot of time based on the machine speedness. So it will completely depends while you are doing. So what it will do, it will capture current state of the machine, and then we need to install the application. Post the installing the application will do some changes, and then we need to take second snapshot. In the second snapshot it will show us what are all the changes have been done on the machine. So let me make a note. So install Rite we will use if the application don't have silent switch to install, or if you want to troubleshoot application. This also comes into the picture, but you can skip as of now. I will explain in upcoming sessions about troubleshooting. Okay, install Rite we will use when we don't have silent switch of the application. Post install Rite we will come to know application data. Application data in the sense files, registries, drivers, services, DLL files, system services. There are many things I too don't know, but it will capture all the information what are all the changes has been done by the application. So we need to make a note of all this information is not possible because we are humans. So that's the reason we are using this tool, install Rite tool. With the help of this tool we will come to know what changes has been done by the application. Post that we will create application with the repackager tool to convert exe to .msi, because application don't have silent switch. Correct. So now we are currently in the first line, so we will come to know this information once we take the first snapshot of the machine. I think first snapshot is done. Okay, so if you have observed earlier, uh, this button is in disable state, I think. So when we have created first snapshot, we have clicked on create manual snapshot of your PC. This is the first step, and then what we need to do, we have done with the snapshot of the machine, and then we need to start the application installation. So let me start with the application installation. Copy as path, or else you can do right click run as administrator. So what we need to do, we need to monitor task manager. In the task manager, if you have seen, process is started, and you can also view the UI screen. So let me check. I accept button, next, and if you have seen here, there are two radio buttons. One is for me and one is for all users. For me means user context, and for all users means system context. In upcoming sessions I will cover this topic also, but uh, to make a note here, best practice is to install the application for the all the users. Okay, I am clicking for all the users, next. So it is showing us where we need to write this application. It is asking us to choose the directory, the default directory. We will proceed, next, and I think this application have some printer related data. It is asking preferred paper is a, let me do drop down. Okay, I am leaving it as default. Install missing package on the fly. Okay, I will make it as default, next. So I am just going with the default, but when you get any application with the source files, you will also get one document. In the document you will have all the options how you need to install the application. So you need to follow the same document to install the application. So what will happen, uh, when you receive the application, any source files, you will also have the document how you need to install the application. So in the document they might mention that you need to choose letter, so you need to choose letter only from the drop down, and you need to choose no here. It's completely depend upon the documentation of the requester. So let me start. I'm clicking start. So before we start, let me clear event viewer as well, so that I can know what is happening here. Start. So now application started installing. It is throwing files from setup to the system directory, that is C program files, midtex, and if I come down, it's still doing the same process. So you can monitor task manager. If you see task manager, still it is executing exe, and still I can see it is installing fonts as well. Fonts might be you are not sure. I will cover in upcoming sessions. In simple terms, fonts is a letter format. So basically it will be in English, German, Arabic, based on the user region. You can choose the fonts. So currently still it is in installing state. So you can also monitor event viewer. I am refreshing event viewer. I don't see any information because this is not extracting any MSI. If it is extracting MSI, you can see extracted MSI entry here. So let's wait for few more minutes. Or else sometimes what will happen, when you installing the application might take a long time to get installed. So in that case, what you can do, you can right click on the process, set priority to high. You can do that. In that case, application will speed up the application installation process. That you need to do. That is not the best practice, but in some cases when you are in production environment, you might be with the user where user needs that application installation immediately. In that case, you can increase the priority of the application for that machine. Right click on the process, set priority to high. So I am leaving it as default. So during this time, application is doing some changes on the machine. All those changes will get recorded by the install Rite tool. Let me go through with the documentation. I think it is at the end of the installation. Let's wait for 2 more minutes. If not, then we will switch to the documentation and there we will draft few important things. So let me increase the priority. So it is occupying time to me. So let me increase the priority. So once increase the priority, you can see it has been switched to high. While doing install Rite, one more important thing, while doing install Rite, you no need to open anything, because if you open any folder or any file, it will capture those information also, and it will create lot of junk and lot of confusion while you monitor the install Rite. So best practice is not to open anything while installing the application during install Rite state. So now I think it has extracted all the files. Now it started executing the files. You can see it is now it is executing state. So during this state, it will run few commands, few scripts on the machine in order to import, in order to write registries, in order to do some drivers, and also to write services on the machine. So let's wait. Let me see event viewer again. Sorry, task manager again. So only one process is running. I already increased the priority to high. there are no other process, only one process is running. I think it is asking me to start again. Let me click start. Okay, installation is done, and then it is asking me to check for updates now. I am unchecking that option because I don't want to do that. In production also, this is not best practice to check for update, because when you install one application on the production machine, if you have installed on 100 machines, after 1 year few machines will have the older machines, few machines will have latest version. That will create lot of confusion. You need to make a standard that you should use only one version of the application. If anything new version comes, the application requester will share you, then only you need to upgrade to the latest version. Okay, I am clicking next, and I am just checking this unbox. This is also not best practice, and you can see you have successfully completed the installation of the application. Now application installation is completed, and also you can see that under process, under task manager process, you don't see that application. So what has been done on the machine, you have taken the first snapshot, and then during first snapshot it captures the current state of the machine, and then we have installed the application. During the installation of the application have done few changes on the machine. Those changes we need to take again one more snapshot, that is second snapshot. I am going ahead with the second snapshot. Just click on this. If you have read this search icon, perform an analysis of the changes since the last snapshot. So once I click this, it will start capturing all the information which we have done earlier, and it will show the current state of the machine which has been changes done by the application. So it might take another 10 minutes. So I'm just pausing this session so that video doesn't create long time, otherwise video will go long, very long. Let me pause, and I will let you know once it is get captured. Now install Rite completed the second snapshot. So like this you will see the window once second snapshot gets completed. So just give any name. I will give Mitex snap. Click OK. Okay, now we have done with the second snapshot, and we need to review the installation. So now we will come to know what are all the changes has been done by the application on the machine. So let me expand this all files, and let me expand registries as well. So if you have seen, it have added files under C drive, C program files, Mitex. So if you have seen, application have created these many files under this folder. So you know this is related to the application, because you can see Mitex, under Mitex application created these many folders, and it created these many files here. So this is application related data, right? So this is important to you to run this application. If one file is missing, the application behavior will change and you don't see the functionality. So make a note that you need to keep only application related data, and you should not delete any application related data, otherwise the application won't work. So now if you see, it is created application related data under program data mitex, and if you have seen, fonts is created, and also it has created some cache is a junk, you can delete it. I will let you know in upcoming session how we need to delete those junk information, how we need to identify the junk information. If you have observed, uh, under C program data mitex means application related information, so you no need to delete anything from here. Okay, and next, coming to the users, I have installed the application for all users. So if I go to the all users, it has installed the application under mitex, so this is related to the application information only. If I come to Microsoft Windows start menu programs, so this is folder of shortcut. .lnk file is for the shortcut, so this is also related to the application information. So if you have observed, install Rite, it have captured application details only, it does not capture any other data. So by this way, you will come to know what are all the changes have been done. Changes have been done under C program files, under C program data, under C users, and also if you have seen here, under Imran, it is created some files, I think. Let me go and see. So it has captured only application related data. Sometimes it will capture other data, other files data which is unrelated to the application. Those things you can delete from the repackager. So I will show you the about repackager in upcoming session. So if you have seen this, this is related to the application information, but you can delete this because this will create at the runtime. Once you launch the shortcut, these folders will get created. I will show you these things also in upcoming session. So if you see in here, C Windows preface, preface is a junk information, you can delete this also. Once you delete, might be application will work as per source, sometimes it won't work. In that case you need to re-add, but this is a folder. Okay, and these are all the added files. And if I come to deleted files, this is not mandatory to check because this is not related to ours, because we don't know, but best practice is to check each and every folder, and we need to see if there is any data related to our application. If it is there, then we need to keep that folder. In case if you feel that folder is not important, you can delete. As I told you, under C, if you see app data will create at runtime. Once you launch the shortcut will have the capability to create the runtime files. I will show you those things in upcoming session. So I have covered this C users, all users. If I come to all users, Microsoft Windows, this is unrelated to our application, so you can directly delete in the repackager tool. And also you can delete this, you can, if you seen, this is related to deleted files, but still you need to see each and every folder so that you don't miss anything related to the application. In case if you miss anything related to the application, then you will face functionality issues, sometimes you will face installation issues. So you need to go to each and every folder to know what are all the changes has been done by the application. So this is the deleted files. I think deleted files is not at all required, but still you need to go and check. So if I come to C users, you can see the log file, .log file is not required, you can delete it blindly. And also if you see system service profile, you can see again log file, this is not required. And also you can see C Windows preface.pf file. This is also not required. You can go ahead and delete. This is application data, but still you can go ahead and delete because this is not required. But post installation of the application, you need to check the behavior. In case if you feel any difference, then you need to add this file and see whether that fix or not. But if you see anything related to the application, then you need to keep. So here under C Windows preface, I can see application related data, but still I am deleting because this is a junk uh, junk folder, just like percentile temp. Okay. Next, you have seen related to the files. Next, I am coming to the INI files. If I come to the INI files, you can see it is created a lot of INI files, but each and every INI file have some destination. So the destination again meets the application. I mean to say, each and every file have subfolder of the application mictex. If you see the second one, mictex. If you see the third one, fourth one, if you come to down up to bottom, you can see everything is related to the application information. So this is all related to the application. You need to keep this data in the repackager. Okay. And next I'm coming to the registries. Under registries, under registries, if I go to the HKLM, so if you have observed, if you have done same thing manually without help of this install Rite tool, it is very difficult to go and check each and every folder what are all the changes has been done. So if you have seen with the help of install Rite on the machine, if you are seeing each and everything is recorded, you can easily know what are all the changes has been done on the machine at the folder level, at the registry level, at the services level, right? So next I am coming to the registries. Under registries, if you see these many registries got added. If you go ahead and see manually, it will take lot of time and you will definitely miss lot of things, right? So with this help of install Rite tool, you will know what is happened on the machine while installation of the application, because it will capture all the application related information data. So if you have seen here, everything is related to the application mitex. So now if I come to here, HK local machine software classes dot pip, I don't see mitex, but if you see the data, it is related to mitex. This is also required. We should not delete this registry entry from the repackager tool while we converting exe to MSI. Okay. And next I am going to, sorry, I need to come to the bottom, right? Next, because I should not miss anything, so I need to refer every line thoroughly so that I don't miss anything. So if I come to the bottom, each and everything is related to the application. So if I come to here and if I expand, so if I expand, this is also related to the application. I am hoping so, because I am also unsure. But if you seen here under added registry, it means it is related to the application entry only. In case if you feel this is not related to the application, then you can delete it and you can install on the machine and you can see the application is working fine or not. If it is working fine, then you are well and good. If it is not working, you need to include this registry. But my suggestion is to not to delete, because this is under the added registries. Added registries means application has added these registries, right? So now I am coming to the bottom. So I am at the bottom of the page. Now if you see here also, all the information is related to the application. So now I'm coming to HKey users. Under HKey users, if you seen, it is created registry, but I hope it is not related because HK is per user profile, so it will get created once you launch the shortcut. HK users also per user session, so you can also delete this one while you are doing repackager. So now coming to HK classes root. HK classes root are mainly related to the file associations. File associations means if you have seen any PDF document .pdf, if you have seen any document Word document, you might seen dot extension will be .docx, right? So file associations are extensions related information. So if you see in here under HK classes root, all the information is related to the application, because you can see at the right side application name. So if I come down, you can see all the application name only. So this is also related to the application. All this information is related to the application. If you delete this entry from the repackager, then the application won't work. You can give a try, it will never work because that is required for the application to run. Deleted registries, as you know, is not important, but best practice is to go each and every line so that you can know what are all the registries has been created by the machine. So if I come here, you can see this application is created services, I am hoping so, because I can see services here, but still you can go and check on the machine. So if I come down, I think it is created environmental variable also, and you can go and check manually on the machine. And this is a junk, and this is also junk. So how you can know whether that is a junk or not? It's completely depends upon you, because you are the decision maker, and also you need to think at the 2 point of view. One is related to the functionality and one is related to the junk. So when you think about functionality, you need to think whether that registry entry is important here or not, and if you feel that is important, just go ahead and keep, and if you feel that is a junk, delete it. And in case if you find later that is a junk file, you can directly go ahead and delete from the repackager. Okay, I will explain you once you have done at least 5 applications with the help of repackager tool. Currently we are in install Rite, but once you do same thing with the install Rite repackager tool, you will come to know what are all the junk files. Here I feel all the entries are junk files except environmental variable and services. And next I'm coming to the current user. Under current user, I feel everything is junk, because if you seen, our application does not creates any OneDrive, because OneDrive is a different application. This is a junk entry. And if you come down here, you can see it is completely unrelated to our application, because we don't see anything related to our application name or our application path, correct? So now coming to the HK users, here also same thing. I don't see any application related information. And I am coming to the HK users. If I see HK users, I don't see anything. So let me come again on the HKLM. I have told you everything seems like to be junk, but except two. One is environmental variable and one is services. Let me go ahead and check under services. If I go on under services, just type with M and you will redirect to the services which starts with M, and you don't see anything. I think that is also junk. And next, coming to the path, environmental path. To go to the environment path, you can just type sys dm.cpl. So it will take you here under advanced environmental variable, and here under path, if I expand this path, you can see, might be it is not clear to you. I am just copying that path data to the notepad so that you can view. So let me make it word wrap. So if you seen, our application is added environmental variable, because you can see our application information, means this application have the environment path. About environment path variable, I will explain you that also in upcoming sessions. So overall, what we have understand from this session, so once we install the application, if you don't find the silent switch, then we need to use repackager tool to create .msi file to install the application silently. To convert .exe file, we need to use repackager tool to convert exe to msi. Before we go ahead and do with the repackager, we need to use install Rite tool so that we know what has been done by the application on the machine. So let me make a note here. So if you have observed install Rite mitex application, best practice, not the best practice, my suggestion, just open a notepad while you are doing anything on the application related application package installation. Best practice is to open notepad and make a note so that you don't forget. So I just open the mitex and I am just making a note. It is creating files, right? And it is creating files under C program files, mitex, and also it is creating, I'm not writing it completely because we already took 47 minutes, and also it created some files under C program data, right? And also it created dot lnk files under C program data, and also it has written registries under HK local machine, and also it has written registries under HKCR. If you have remembered, I have talked on the file associations. So you should make a note. So what are all the changes has been done by the application where it has created registries. So you should memorize this. So we all know, with the sometimes we will miss out, right? So in that case, we can use install Rite. I hope you understand why we need to use install Rite. So with the help of install Rite tool, we all come to know how many files got written on the machine. And same, if you go and check manually on the machine, you can see the same information. Let me show you that also. If I go to the C program files, mitex, so you can go and check manually with the help of install Rite tool. Just make a note, because we are doing repackager. Just make a note that your application should create this many files, that is under C program files, our application should create these many files and folders on the machine, right? And again, if I go and check, if I want to go and check registries like this, you should make a note, because it is very difficult to you to memorize everything. So that by looking install Rite, you can easily know how many files got written. You should make a note. That is the best practice. If you are not making a note, that is also well and good, but we should follow the install Rite for the application packaging, because with this you can easily avoid installation issues, functionality issues. Correct. So let me go to the registries. If I go to the registry, you can see the registry software classes. If I go and manually check, uh, that registry will be there. Record it. What is the registry? HKLM software classes, under classes. What is the path? Under classes, mitex default icon. If I click mitex, so if you see here, let me go to the same mitex 2.9, mitex 2.9. So if I go here, mitex 2.9, that is related to other, we need to see default icon, right? So it might be somewhere, but you can find from doing control F, you can also find that information. So you know that this application is creating this value, sorry, default icon, right? Again, one more path is there after mitex. After mitex, subfolder is there. See, if you see, this is a default icon. The same information is here. So you know how to go and check what are all the registries. So with this help of this install Rite tool, in case if the application gets failed while installation, in case if the application is not functioning properly, then you can check what are all the things is there on the machine and what are all the things is missing. So by this you can compare each and every line. But best practice is while creating application only, if you have done very well with the help of install Rite tool and picture taker, that application will work definitely as expected. Now let me review. So you have once we don't know the silence phase of the application, we need to use repackager. Before repackager, we need to use install Rite. Install Rite will capture all the application related information that is related to anything. Application sometimes creates files under C program files. Sometimes it will create registries, it will create drivers, services, DLL files, system services. But in our case, it does not create a driver, but it is created environmental variable, right? So we don't know. If you go on manual check, sometimes we will miss to check driver. Sometimes we will check how many driver DLL files got installed. But with the help of install Rite tool, we come to know that environmental variable is there with our application, right? So in the same way, you you can you will come to know each and everything with the help of install Rite tool, and same thing you need to replicate under the repackager. I hope you have understand this session very well. The session went long, sorry for that, but I hope you have come to know why we need to use install Rite. In upcoming session we will use repackager, and also I want to show you something related to the install Rite. Let me go and check install Rite folder. This folder is very important, database folder. You should take a backup of the database folder, because in case if you revert the machine, you will lose the install Rite information. So if you have two machines, on the one machine you can do install Rite, and on another machine you can do repackager parallelly. But I am using only one machine as of now. I also have another machine, but that machine have some password issue, and also my machine is slow. That's the reason I'm using only one machine. I have took the backup of the database. In upcoming session I will show you the repackager, how to create MSI file with the help of repackager tool. I hope you have understood well. In case if you does not understand, then please comment the channel, or else you can join our telegram group. There you can post a comment about this video. Feel free to ask me questions in case if you don't understand. Let's meet in the upcoming session. Have a nice day. Bye bye.